And people are surprised because I think, people don't know about Chicago so much. So it's actually, there's a lot of beautiful stuff there, and it's a beautiful city.
Well, Chicago is more or less on here, people know.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about Philadelphia or other places, less famous like Chicago.
Well, I think one of the things about Chicago is that we've got a strong Ukrainian community.
Yeah.
So, and it's a very historic one, and they're all still kind of in the same area where they settled 100 years ago. So you've got all the churches, museums, art gallery.
Being at home.
So I didn't the first time, but the second time, this summer, when they were here, I went on the tour with them. So they toured all the churches, and they had, I think, some Ukrainian hosts as well. So it made it very familiar.
I think that we had a group who was hosted by someone in Chicago, but by Ukrainian family, and then the participants said that they would have preferred to live with American families.
Okay.
And they changed it now. We cannot host participants in Ukrainian families anymore.
Ah, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you come to experience American culture.
Well, especially
you
if it's,
to eat borscht and
Yeah.
cook vareniki all the time.
Yeah.
So I think they changed it these years, recently.
Well, I think this summer, some of them stayed with Ukrainian families.
Yeah, that's a group.
Or at least, I know they had some Russian-speaking families, because I think there were only 2 people in that group that had any English. Well, Svetlana had some.
That's what usually happens. We usually don't have any people speaking.
Well, sometimes when I have, I'm moving, and so my new house, I only have room for 1, but in my old house I had room for 2, so they would give me 2, and 1 would have English and 1 wouldn't.
Oh, by the way, that's actually a mystery. How do hosts choose participants? Do you have a participant's profile and you say, I want this, this, and this? Or how do you get the person to live with you?
Usually I'll talk to they'll ask if you want to host, and I say sure. And then they may send me a couple of profiles. But, I don't know, I mean...
But it's always a mystery for participants. Why are they staying with this family?
Yeah, and I think it's somewhat of a mystery for me too. Ultimately it comes down to, they kind of make the call. I think on this last time I had a choice between a vegetarian and a smoker, and I decided to go with the smoker instead of the vegetarian because it's summer and they at least go outside. Because sometimes vegetarian can be more work. Although I have a new vegetable garden, so I actually had a lot of vegetables and could have done that. So, but in a way, the agencies frequently know who you are, and so they may kind of say, well, we think this one will be good for you. And I say, okay.